Good evening, everybody. Tuesday, July the 9th, 7:58 p.m. Eastern, and I am back with another video. And this time I will show you guys that how to now convert your evaluation account into a performance account. So let me first explain you who we are, what we do. Our website is superareas.com. We are a trading school located in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, and we teach you how to trade. If you have no experience, no problem. We have written some custom software that allows you to analyze markets. We are not an investment firm. We don't take your money, invest somewhere, give you returns. We don't want your money as a capital. We have written some software that analyzes the market and predicts it, and you enter our program, or you lease our software or license it with your own. So you have to understand that you have to agree with our terms and conditions and service level agreements and all the disclaimers and disclosures that are listed right here. So like every video, we are not responsible for your profits and loss. Anything we say is for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. We have a full agreement that goes through each and everything that we're not responsible for anything that could happen to the market. We don't move the market. We don't do anything that we don't trade anybody's account. You are responsible for your own everything. So and if you would like all terms and conditions, and before you use it, you must agree to all of our terms. Now, this is a series of videos that I've started to do that explains our program, what we do, how we do it, and how a funded account works. And the previous video I did around 2 p.m. Eastern today was that on July 7th, let's open up Excel like I do, and just to explain how everything was that I've done on July 7th. I did a presentation. Quickly, overview is to get into superareas.com. You can get a 14-day trial of our program, and you're able to kind of see how our whole program works, and everything is written on this Google Sheet as well as on previous presentations that I've done online, and the videos there. Now, Sheet 2 explains you how a funded company works, and I've explained that in previous videos, how to sign up, get an EA account, evaluation account, and the company that we analyzed was Apex Trader Funding. We are affiliated with them, so the code that you use is called JSKDCPTR. That allows you to get their discounts. Right now they're running a promotion up to 80%. That could change tomorrow because today is their last day. It could go up to 90, go down to 70, but their range is from 70 to 80 or 90 in between their accounts. Previous video that I posted explains you how all of this works. So just wanted to give you an update that with this video, step by step, we'll go through all the steps to convert my EA into a PA. So I bought an account with them, and I showed you step by step how to buy an account, log in, put in the code, and get the TradeAway account. And my goal was to make $1,500 so Sunday, July 7th, I started to trade. I bought the account. The goal is to not lose $1,500. Minimum, they have a right now promotion that you can pass an evaluation exam in 1 day. Of course, I can trade 23 hours a day. I can trade the news, and I was allowed for mini contracts in this particular evaluation account. The data is free, Ninja is free. My start date was July the 7th, 2024, and my first renewal date was August the 7th. So let's go to superareas.com, and right here I click on risk our money, not yours. And as usual, I say to everybody, you want to get into futures trading or any trading whatsoever, you should actually start with funded accounts. You should never risk your own money ever until you're comfortable. I know people start getting into options, crypto, stocks, many different things, but your first step in the door is futures trading, which with a funded company. Now, we have reviewed many companies over the years, and we found Apex to be one of the top leading companies, biggest payout in the industry, $228 million. They claim they have paid out. I have gotten paid out. Of course, many students of superareas.com that were referred to have gotten their payouts, and they're a very good company in order to get you started with how to invest and how to kind of start your career into trading futures. And the best part is that you don't really need your own capital. All you do is pass their exam, pass their challenge. And in the previous video, I showed that how I went and I bought the $25,000 Tradeovate account. They have two different. I prefer Tradeovate always, and previous video explains how Tradeovate works and how it's beneficial. They have different, like 8 or 9 different types of accounts. They have 25, 50, 75, 100, 150, and they even have static accounts when there is no live trailing threshold. Some people prefer that. And in the video of July the 7th, I've explained how each trade could work, how live trailing threshold works. So I'm not going to spend the time on this video to explain how things work with Apex funding. So we will, let's log in because I have an account that we created, and let me log out again, and let's log in to this account to get started. superareasrafe@gmail.com, and I have logged in. So if you log in, if you go under payment history, you are able to see that I have purchased these 2 accounts on July the 7th. I paid $33, which was 80% off at that particular time. And if I go back to dashboard, you have this particular account that I showed. If you cancel it, what happens? And I've explained it in previous videos, the different parts that how cancellation account works. I prefer Tradeovate over Rhythmic for many reasons. It's just the best one is you're able to see your live trade in a browser window. So if you click right here, go to superareas.com. We have a Tradeovate link right here that you can click, and you're able to log in through the username password right here, and you can actually see your live accounts right here. So once you log in, click access simulation, and I've explained how in the previous video how to customize your web interface look. And then you are able to see cash amount, distant drawdown, current P&L, and dollar P&L. So I have 2 accounts that I bought. Account number 2 I had canceled right away because I wanted to show you that you can still trade a canceled account as long as it's not blown. And then you can do a reset the canceled account as well. Sometimes it is cheaper to do a reset versus buying a new account, especially if you're doing a bigger challenge, let's say 300,000, 250, 150, so on and so forth, right? So sometimes it is cheaper to cancel the account and then buy a new one, especially the smaller accounts like say $25,000 challenge. $25,000 doesn't mean you get $25,000. It just means that's just a starting balance, so you are able to pick 4 contracts. 40 micros, of course, profit goal within your 30 days was $1,500, and you cannot lose more than $1,500 in your live trailing threshold. So this account got canceled, and this particular account is still valid. So let's see the results. So after 6, 7, 8 p.m. Eastern, when the market closes and reopens, they do update, and they pull their Tradeovate reports to them on every account on what the status is, how it is. So Apex is the front end of Tradeovate or Rhythmic. They don't control Tradeovate nor Rhythmic, but they use those platforms, and according to them, they have license agreements where they can give you the funded account with the help of Tradeovate and Rhythmic infrastructure. So they have a bunch of resources right here that you can read everything about it. So my account ID is right here, account number 1 and account number 2. And so basically this dashboard explains you your logout profile, and you can click on it, change your address, and this is our office address at 1575 Trinity Drive, Mississauga, Ontario. We're open Monday to Friday as long as US is trading. We are open until at least 3 o'clock. Most of our students are done trading 11 o'clock. That's where the most volume is. And Saturdays we will resume our presentations because we were busy doing updates to our software. So for the last 8 weeks, we didn't have a presentations of sales and marketing, and we will do this starting July 20th. Our presentations will resume. Anyway, long enough talk. Now let's right here. It talks about customer profile, your payout methods. These you worry about it once you have passed the stage 2, or which is called a performance account or personal account, or round 2, however, stage 2, however you want to call it. So evaluation chart. So after the market reopens in the midnight, before midnight, they generally would update everything. So to July the 9th, so it shows you the number of days I have traded, and I've only traded 2 days. And in account number 1, I have made $978, and account number 2, they have a 1 day past, so you see right here it says past because I just needed to make $1,500 and I made 101 extra dollars above it. It doesn't mean they will give you any money. It just means that my trade was able to do this profit and when I closed it, I got $100 more. So because it says so, I was able to pass it in 2 days. So Sunday night, I bought it. I was playing with some ETM, as you saw in the previous videos. And yesterday, I believe I didn't trade. I may have. Yes, I did. I think this account was negative 15, if you see in my previous video, and around $187 negative on a micro. I was here. Day number 2, I traded aggressively today, and I was able to pass my exam or evaluation account in 1 day. So passed it today, it's ready. Now, once you have passed it, you should get an email. So let's log into my email and let's see if Apex has sent me an email. So there you go. So around 4:15 p.m., I got an email. This is now your Chicago time, so the date that's set there. So it says, we are pleased to announce that you have informed that you have successfully passed your evaluation account number 2. To proceed, kindly request you to submit some information to activate it. So what do they want me to do? It says go to signatures tab, sign the agreement, click on signatures again, and pay the fees. So if I go to Apex's website right here, if you saw my previous videos, you don't have the signatures until you have qualified to pass an exam or evaluation in your account. Now, what will happen? And let me explain you quickly. Because I have passed this exam of 002, this account is still not expired, and of course, as long as it's not expired, this will automatically qualify for a performance account. If I had passed that like August the 6th, maybe I'm just running it too close, so you may not qualify. So check your expiry dates, and so very vigilant. Be vigilant here that you're making sure that you're dealing with the right account and you're paying the right fees. So be very attentive when you're dealing, and pay full attention to all of these dates because they're important. So for example, account number I have passed. So let's go to evaluation charts again. Now here it says account number 1, I have 9. It says it's still active, everything is fine, and my balance. If you want to see what your threshold is, go to your trade of 8, which I've shown you how to log in. And account number 1, it says distant to drawdown. So $1,478.45 is what I can lose, and what is my so $978 after commissions I have made. So what that means is that I only have to make approximately $525 more, and I will pass $525 approximately in order to pass this exam as well, so this evaluation account. So let's go back. Number 2, it says number 2, I've made $1,600. I have passed. And first thing is first, right away go and sign it. So this account is now converted, because I've seen some students who neglect this, and they will go into their Ninja Trader and accidentally, let's say, let me go and connect here. If I connect here, because right now I have not signed and I have not paid for it. So this is what our software looks like. And if I look at my accounts, I have Apex number 1 and Apex number 2. So this account is not paid for yet into a performance account, and this account is still in the evaluation stage. So if I lost money, if I accidentally traded this account and this account gets blown, of course I can't pay for it, and I can't trade that account again. So once you have passed, so please make sure to go into, so now this is what I will do. So account number 2 is passed, and let's you see right here, signatures. You will see this, okay. So account number 2 is passed because that's what is showing. It says pending state. My signature is pending. My payment link is not going to appear until I sign. Certificate right here, if you click on this, it shows a certificate that, hey, ATF.com certificate of funding that Super Rafe has done $25,000 account on July the 9th. And this is a little bit of a good feeling, especially when you are very new to trading and you get your first certificate. Kind of kicks your brain, puts in some dopamine effect that, hey, you started something, you passed it. And it's not a written exam, of course it is. You just are passing a challenge. And so some veterans, it's not that big of a deal to get this, but payout is bigger. But at least this is a start for new traders to kind of give them confidence that they're able to get into trading consistently. You don't have to do this in, of course, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You can take your sweet time. And in the previous videos, I've explained how you can take up to 22 full days, and if you are disciplined and make $100 to $200 a day, it's relatively easy with minis or micros. So right here, coming back to it, account number 2, if I click on it, it takes me to the signature page. So in order to sign it, my students ask me, where do I sign? What do I do? So click on this link. It says signature is pending. Of course, they have revised their agreement as of a few weeks ago, and they now talk extensively how your relationship is with Apex. You are a trader, you're a contractor, so kind of explains to you have to kind of read their rules and regulation. They are looking for traders. They're not looking for gamblers. They're not looking for somebody who's just gonna, go and try to cheat their system and lucky windfalls, things like that. So they're looking for disciplined, consistent traders who work with they're not looking for somebody who's gonna cheat their system. Simple as that. And they have very relaxed rules. Honestly, only thing they tell you not to do is DCA, dollar cost averaging, and maybe once in a while you stuck, maybe out of 10 days of trading when you're fine. But if you consistently do dollar cost average, your payout will be denied. So that's this company that does not allow you, and there is a very valid reason for it. And if you watch the videos, I am actually happy that they introduced that, because otherwise you don't learn to trade properly, right? So otherwise, rest of the rules are pretty standard across the industry, that no news trading, no hedging in PA, have a limit. So a few things I will now explain in this video after that I've signed up in a PA account, and what you're supposed to do, right? And how to actually get your payout consistently. So just to go through, read all the agreements and documents, and I will put in my driver's license and then go with signing the agreement. So I've done my driver's license or a phone number you can put, and or passport, and just do a signature, which is matches your driver's license ID. Okay, so let's sign now. And so I've filled in so I'm Super Rafe, so my username is this, my account number is this, my address, my phone number, and my email. And it says put in your tag, social number, passport, ID, whatever it is, and just sign it. And let's do sign now. It says PA agreement has been signed. And that's it. Your agreement has been signed. And let's go back to the signature. Now it says signature is completed, and this is your payment link. So right here is your payment link. So if you click back on the signature, it's going to say this PA agreement has been signed already. So signature, now you have the certificate. As I showed you, you have the certificate right here, which kind of you can print it, hang it on the wall, kind of tells you the bigger the challenge is, the more happiness you will get when you're passing because 25,000 is the entry level. Some students get really excited when they pass the 300,000 challenge. You will really get excited because the profit goal on this is $20,000, and of course it's hard to do that in a month. But if you're playing you're doing your trading right, you can manage to do this in 20 days, because 20,000 is an average of 20,000 a day. Some days you may have to do more, but we tell our students to put this in 2 months plan rather than don't do this in 1 month. 25 to 75, you can most likely do this in 1 month. But anything above 100, 150, 200, these four, please do them in 2 months or so. So give yourself 40 trading days before you are ready to go into. And static, you can, of course, it depends. Static, the threshold is too little, but you can still do that in a month, approximately. So these accounts 25 to 75, you should qualify within a month based on a consistent $100 to $200 a day profit target. Now this is your payment link right here. It says payment link, so I will click on that. Takes me to a credit. Now this is a page that you really need to pay attention, guys, because you mess this up and then you're gonna have. I can't help you at super areas. Apex won't be able to help you. There are no refunds, and so just be very careful. Here it says membership type, and they give you two options. Some people have some financial constraints, so they would maybe want to choose a monthly fee. So the evaluation exam, let me go to the Google Sheet again to kind of explain what is evaluation. So let me write this down, the notes. So PA, let's start writing some, let me change the font to a little bit bigger. So PA, now a roadmap from EA to PA. Now PA details, let's call it this sheet PA deal. So July the 7th, 2024, I paid 33 US dollars, 40 cents USD to get my PA. Of course, I got two, but I'll just do one. Today is July the 9th. July the 9th, 2024. I was able to pass. So I have a cost here. If you go back to the page of payment page, you will see. Now, let me go back to this page again of the payment page, so everybody's on the same page to understand this. Make sure you guys pay appropriate fee and the correct fee for the correct. If you pass the rhythmic account, it will say pay the 25,000 rhythmic fee. If you have passed pay to just be very careful, and when you're selecting the right payment for the right link, because if you have a payment processing that's for rhythmic, you accidentally pay for trade of 8. You're just creating more trouble for you, and then the ticket system is gonna open back and forth, and you guys are just gonna cause trouble for yourself and Apex team as well. So don't do the wrong payment type, right? So just make sure in this case I only have one PA. I can open up a Rhythmic again, pass the Rhythmic, and it will show you a link which is now Tradeovate has higher fees, Rhythmic has slightly less fees. So if I click on this link, now right here they have two options. They have an option called PA Tradeovate Activation Account monthly fee, $105 a month, or you can pay $150 a lifetime. Basically for $150 you're good for rest of your life. That account has an activation fee. So let's analyze this quickly for now. If you were to pay $105 for 12 months, let's say you manage to keep this account for 12 months. Very rarely I've seen people keep their accounts for that long. But anyway, you will pay $1,260, but one-time fee is your $150. Now, sometime it makes sense to make a monthly payment fee that is on your bigger accounts. So on a smaller account, the difference is so little that you should always pick the one-time fee. So if you lose this PA account, you will lose $150. So difference is only $45 US. So better to get the $150. So today I will pay $150 USD to, so this is an EA fee, and then PA number one activation. Now what will happen today? When I pay this $150 US dollars right here, my EA, this particular EA, account number 2, going to account number 2, will get automatically revoked, finished, canceled, and I will have something called PA written, and I'll show you guys momentarily right after the payment page that you will see how the PA will work. So you don't have to worry about, hey, well, I have passed it and I've paid. This will automatically get instantly canceled, and in return you will not get charged this $33. This account was canceled anyway, so you won't get charged. But if you have passed it and you have paid for it, the PA activation fee, then this $33 a month just vanishes. You don't have to pay for it. So I go to my PA. Right here, PA. I don't have any PA. Go back to a signature and payment page, and I see I'm back here. So it says PA activation fee $105. If you accidentally picked monthly, you cannot go back to lifetime. If you picked lifetime, you cannot go back to. So be very careful and always pay attention to what you're paying for, right? So it says a PA activation fee $150 for first 10 years and then 1 cent for the next. So for lifetime, you're basically paying $150. Here, pick a credit card. Here's your name. Just agree to all these terms. They're the same with everything else, even though some of these policies don't apply to you. For example, 30-day renewal and reset won't apply to me because I'm picking up the lifetime of $150, right? So right here, privacy is okay. I will pay this, I will agree to this, and I'll agree to the conditions. And of course, you can't open certain number of contracts, which I agree. It doesn't apply to me because I have a smaller account. And let's go next. I have to agree with disclosures as well. So next. So I'm on a payment processing info page. You have 25,000 PA Tradeovate activation lifetime fee. So after this, I will never have to pay for this PA account for rest of my life. Now, why do they charge this fee? Because, of course, they are only asking you for roughly about 10% of the investment. So I know it doesn't cost them anything to do a PA, other than in the previous video, I explained that on a $25,000 account, it actually costs them like well over $42 US too. So that's their loss leader, where they're actually losing money on this account to give you and get you into the door and try Apex, right? So because they have to pay trade-away licensing fees, some web hosting, staff, and everything else, ticket system, maybe some salaries. So this EA account, when you buy this, it's really not, and especially if you're buying in the middle of the month, they have to pay the data fees, exchange fees, things like that. But that's their business model, how they choose to do it. I have nothing to say, nothing to do with it. If they can give this for $1, I could care less, right? So better for our students if they want to, when they run this sale for 90% off, this price goes down to, let's say, $29 or even sometime even $16.95 on Arithmetic I've seen. So anyway, so you risked for $33 to get what, $1,500 of so-called a working capital. I know it's not real, it's fake, but it kind of gives you $1,500 to work with it and shows you discipline. But your risk was $33.40. So if you failed, if you lost somebody's $1,500, which is not your money, but if you kind of went into trading to see, all right, I am going to do this. So your money is only $33 instant because and the $1,500 they put in, because to open a live account, of course, you're going to need your driver license, your PR card in Canada, your social security number, CRA thing. So a broker with GFF or AMP can take up to 2 weeks because they have to do a risk analysis on your profile to make sure, and then your capital, and then your assets. So this is the best way to get into trading. Hey, like $33 and I'm ready to get on board with, like, so open up Ninja for free, open up Super Areas for free for 14 days, and then get an EA account from Apex for $33, and you are on your way to start earning some serious cash every month, working like 60 to 90 minutes a day based on our course and teaching and platform software that we give you. And so July 7th, you risked $33.40, and they gave you a $1,500 of, you can call it fake or prop money, right? Funded, because it's not real whatsoever. You're not getting funds in your account. Now, July 9th comes around, and in my case, I passed my exam in just 2 days, and I'm qualified for a real account. It's not real in a sense that their agreement says that you're not making, they're not giving you a real account until at least 90 days. They want to see it. So this is still prop money, but they're risking $1,500. So, and you are risking $150. So that's 10%. Simple as that. So basically 1,500. You divide that by 150, and then you got 10% of the money that you are risking. So in this case, if you lost somebody's, if you lost somebody's $1,500, you are only going to lose $150. And then you can go, now if you fail a PA, of course, coming to it, if you failed an EA or evaluation account, you would have to restart an EA account. Now, if you failed a PA or performance or personal account, you would have to go back to EA, clear your exam again, clear your evaluation again, and get back into the game of earning money. Now, guys, I'm going to pay this $150, and then I'll start writing the rules, what to do and what not to do, and how you can make money every month consistently with just the help of using super areas as a tool to analyze your markets. Of course, we will not trade your PA. We will not trade your EA. We don't have a system where you give us a username, nothing like that. We are just a software company that we teach you how to trade, how to read the charts, how to understand the markets, and you can use our software like an extra tool to kind of come up with and our software works for futures, cryptos, CFDs, options, stocks, doesn't matter. It works for it. It is designed for Ninja Trader, and we do have a bridge coming from Ninja Trader to MetaTrader, and I'll make a full video on how to use it, how to install it. I will make a video on how to use trade copier, how to take multiple EAs and PAs and link them together, and how to do it all. So step by step I will get into this. So this video is exclusively on how to now convert your evaluation into a performance on Apex, and we are affiliated with them, and you can use the code to sign up. Now, PA has no code. If you go right here, there's no coupon code, nothing like that. It's a straight $150 for this account. If you're using a different size account, 25,000, 50,000, all of these, they have different fees, and it's all listed on their website. So EA has different fees for 80%, 90% off, and then performance account has different fees. This works out to 10%. Sometime they have the bigger accounts, it's even less than 10% that you are paying. For example, a $7,000, a $7,500 account, you only pay, I believe the current rate is $360 for a $300,000 performance fee lifetime. So I'll always choose lifetime. It's a bit cheaper in my opinion, and of course all of these things that I'm explaining is my opinion and exclusively for informational, educational purposes only, because one day somebody could come up and say, hey, your software said go long, and so we're not responsible. It just analyzes the live market, and we have our own ways of reading the charts and understanding the market's depth and everything else. So that's just a tool that helps you along the way. All right, let's get started, and let's make the payment for this particular EA to PA conversion. And just to go over one more time, I'm paying 25,000 PA trade weight activation fee lifetime. So I did not select a monthly fee of 105 per month, and as I explained earlier, that 105 per month over 12 months will cost you much higher, around $1,200, $1,000 or more. So it's better to just pay it one time, and you don't have to ever worry about making a payment in that way. So let's type in the credit card number, and let's get this going, and I'll show you what new emails you get from TradeOwait after. So we can do the expiry, put in the code, and hit subscribe and pay. And I explained earlier that why it's subscription, because if you pick the monthly fee, then it means that you're going to be a subscriber, and every month it will be that. But in my case, my subscription terms are $150 for first 10 years, and then 1 cent for another. So practically $150 for your lifetime. And I hit subscribe and pay. It says invalid card number. Let me see if I've missed a digit. There you go, my payment is being processed. And next page should be that my payment has gone through. Okay, once your payment goes through, you have to agree to this agreement that please read and accept an active PA holder agreement at login, and just submit. There you go, my payment has gone through, and I've paid the $150 my reference number and everything, and it says enjoy your membership. And now I go back to my dashboard, and let's check my email. So I should have an email from, there you go, I received a payment receipt from Apex, and it says, okay, I paid $150 USD, that's my account number, everything is good. Let's go back into email, and it says, now this is important, your TradeOwait PA account is in the process of being activated. And there you go. So I am ready. I have an active PA now. PA performance account, personal account, round 2, stage 2, challenge number 2. But in Apex trading, you only have 2 rounds. So round 1 is your evaluation, where you have to show them that, yes, I made, so round 1 is on July 7th. In my previous video, I explained that I bought the evaluation account. You can go to right here, dashboard, and under payments page, I bought 2 evaluations account number, paid $33 for it, and then I canceled one. And if I go back to my dashboard, you have a third item. It says PA trade await activation lifetime fee, and this is from July 9th today, all the way to 2034. Please never cancel this. If you cancel it, if you accidentally hit cancel and you cancel this account, then you're going to be in serious trouble and they won't be able to recover it. So do not cancel a PA account that is good for lifetime. Yes, you can cancel a monthly account. Let's say you're not able to make the $105 a month, or if you have a different rhythmic account, or you have a different trader and you no longer want to participate in their challenge on round 2, you can then cancel it. But if you have paid the fee of $150, there's no need to cancel it, because remember, PA has a lot of benefits, and I'll write down all the benefits that you have. Now, because if you go to EA right here, this account number 2, that was converted into a PA. So if I go to my evaluation chart, it says passed. And now when I went to signatures, I signed it, and then I saw my certificate, I saw everything that they have given me funding, and they asked me to pay $125. So now if I click on that link again, it's going to give me an alert that, hey, issue is found, you need to pass an exam. So it already knows that there's no pending payment allowed. And now you see, I don't have the third account here. So I only have one performance account, and I only have one trade await evaluation account. So account number 1, which I had shown you, and now this will disappear shortly from this account because it's already has canceled automatically. I don't have a subscription, even though it was a canceled account. Now the only account left is $978 balance, and which I have a full threshold that I showed you on my Apex, on my Trade Await website. Now let's go back to PA. Now if I click on PA chart, you see now I have an account. Forget about this trade date. It will update as you trade. It says I have an account PA. This is now PA number 1. Nothing is, because this just got activated, and you will receive an email from Apex for trader funding. So congratulations, your performance account is ready for funding. And this is my account number. So now, if you notice, the EAs are kind of linked together without a dashes. So EAs, Apex dash your account ID, and then account number. But PA has the word performance account or PA code written at the beginning. So they all start sequentially, EAs as well, and PAs. Some users go through multiple accounts. And then the next video, I'll show you how you can get a trade copier from us, and you're able to connect it all together and link as a group, and I can show you it works pretty cool. So in this case, this is the performance account, and it is ready. I've gotten an email. I have it listed under, so sometimes it takes up to 3-4 hours. Sometimes it's instant, depending on how busy their queue is in terms of activations, especially when they run a 90% off. Give it up to 4 to 6 hours, but sometimes it is instant. If you're doing rhythmic, you have to do the same thing for rhythmic. I didn't make a video for doing it for rhythmic. I personally like Trade Await better because of, again, to be able to watch the Trade Await threshold live on the browser. I know maybe $3-4 expensive, but it's worth it. And at PA is $30 more. 20. I think $130 for a rhythmic 25,000, and then you have Trade Await is $150 US. So far, I've invested. My total investment has been. Let's see. I will write an account. So my total 183. Of course, I had bought another. EA. So EA number 2 is still active. EA number 2, and this was EA number 1. Actually, EA2 you can call it, because 2 is the one passed, and you can write for your own ledger. You can particularly write, okay, the account numbers just to keep in track. So this account number is 001. I bought that, and then I paid the PA number activation fee, which you can say, all right, this is the account number. So when you're canceling an account, you have many accounts, just be careful, pay attention to make sure you're not canceling an account that is a lifetime account, because you have already paid for it, and it's really good to keep it for the rest of your life. So there is my account number, PA. They put in there, APAS risk is $1,500. Your risk is $33. In the PA activation fee, they are giving you $1,500, and you are now, you only put 10% of the money, which is $150. So if I keep adding, this would be my total cost so far. With Apex, so $216.80, and you can find all your fees and everything you've paid them under payment history. So previous video explains account cancellation charges, everything else, reset charges. So I'm not going to go through it today. This video is dedicated on passing an E8 into a PA and then paying the fees and converting and making sure you process it as smooth as possible. So now I have July 7th bought an EA, July 7th bought an EA, and July 9th I passed one in 2 days, and I've paid the fees. Now if you see right here, there's no signatures pending. That's all completed. I made the payment. That is all completed. Now I have two charts, valuation charts to kind of, now that, there you go, that account has disappeared, and I only have one evaluation account, and that's it. And I will eventually, how to reflect these changes on it. So I will log out from my Apex website, and you can just maybe refresh it. If I refresh right here, you should see two things. Now it has refreshed, and there you go. I have only Apex account number 1, which has a threshold of 1478.45. Nothing is, no trade is happening, even though it is right now approximately 9:25 p.m. Eastern. And then you have a PA, full threshold, and nothing is happening. Now, to do this on Ninja, all you have to do is just do disconnect. Right now, if I see 0102 is my EAs, in order to reflect the new changes, I just have to disconnect from my Apex. And I've, in the previous video, I've shown you how to configure and sign the contracts and set up. You don't have to do anything anymore. Whether you have one account or 1,000 accounts of Apex, single email, single username, password, stick to it. It's better. If you have multiple profiles, they'll block a profile, and then you'll have to open a ticket and at least close one profile, and then you can end up losing your account. So on Tradeaway website, now you see I have one EA and one PA account right here. Now let's go back to Control Center here, and I would go Connections here, and under Accounts, and I will click my Tradeaway right here. And as you can see, I have an Apex account here, I have a Performance account, and all I have to do is start trading. So, and then I will get qualified for a payout. So Apex 1, EA, I still have to earn about $525 or so in order to net to qualify this one into a performance account. So, and that's about it. Your all account is set up. Now if you look at Ninja Trader, things are connecting. I can just minimize all these charts that comes preloaded with our software, and you will see a couple of new things. Let me do the tick chart as well. So right here in my drop down, I have an Apex account 01, and I have an account. So be careful now. Now you have a sim account to do a demo sim account. I do a market. Now things are moving. So sim account. Then I have my EA account still right here. Then I have my PA account. So just be careful on which account do you pick, which account, however. So make sure you are always now trading in the right account. And EAs, PA will have the word PA on, and as you get more PAs, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, things like that will appear. So in that case, That's how your DOM is set up. And now if I look at my positions, I have nothing open on, just a SIM account is open. Nothing is open on my EA, nothing is open on my PA. So let's close this trade. Everything is done. Now I am good to go, and I have two accounts. One evaluation account, one performance that I managed to pass in one day. And let's go back to the website and let's look at the performance, of course, of APA. And then will show nothing. Nothing has been done, no trades. You can go sorted by date, sorted by time, position history, nothing, because it's a brand new account. Now, what are your goals for APA? I do know, first, let's come back to in EA account 001. I have how many days until let's go back to EA. So I still have to make $525 or so, depending on commissions and brokerage. $500 I gotta make, and before this account. So August the 7th, I have to complete this. If I don't, then it will roll over. Let's say if I don't want to trade on this, my balance will roll over as long as, even if I have a $1 threshold left, this account will roll over on August the 6th, and I will be charged $33.40 for this particular subscription of my TradeAway evaluation account. Now, PA has no fees. PA is no fees, no expiry. So let's write down how do you get a payout? So let's do a title, how to get payout from your PA, number one. So what is your goal? So goals are, let's write down the goals. Goals are, let me copy some goals and then I'll modify as I wrote the goals. These were the EA goals, and let's do PA goals as together. So PA goals, number one. Now, EA goals were that I have to make $1,500 in 1 month or less, or 1 plus as much time depending on your subscription, but have a target of doing that in a month. I can't lose 1,500 threshold, be consistent. Can trade the news, but not recommended, 4:59 Eastern. Now, PA has some benefits and some disadvantage. So I'm going to copy some rules here, and I will start writing this. So make $1,500, first rule, that's it. Just make $1,600, because rules slightly change. You have to make 16 before you are eligible to get payout. So rule number one, make $1,600. Rule number two, don't lose more than $1,500 of live trailing threshold. That stays the same. Be consistent, 7+ days. This time around, be consistent, 10+ days. So your trading days go to 10. Cannot trade the news. You have to just say one strict rule, cannot trade the news, period, whatsoever. So let's look at some news, what could happen. So what are the news? So speeches are not news events. Speeches just are the volatility events. So this speech doesn't matter. Depending on, it's really the high impact news that there are after, for example, core CPI. So tomorrow is Wednesday. This is okay. This is not a speech. This is not a stats or anything. This just when Powell is going to speak, you're going to have a lot of volatility in the news based on the words, and bot traders are going to come in and they're going to analyze his speech, transcribe it, and put in the orders, and so on and so forth. So this is just, you're taking a risk. I wouldn't trade at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern tomorrow. Final inventories, yes, they are slightly high, or medium or low. It's okay. It's up to you. Do you want to take a risk or not? If you're trading crude oil inventories, you have some, of course, numbers that are going to pop, which is 10:30 a.m., depending on if you trade crude oil. Of course, if you're doing the bond auctions, that symbol, stay away from. This is medium impact, so stay around 1:01 p.m. So, of course, Thursday, July 11th comes, 8:30 a.m. Please don't be in a trade at 8:29, 8:28. Start trading 8:45, 40, things like that, AM Eastern. So give yourself 10 minutes when the market slows down. And of course, as per our software and the areas that we give you, we will by 8:30 our system will, so super areas rough at, so just watch out the news, watch out the areas, and you're able to kind of, let me see, sorry. So you're able to kind of see the areas that are going to get posted. So evening areas should be updated. I'm not sure. This is still not updated yet. So let's go back and let's look at the, let's say, morning areas that will get updated on Wednesday, Thursday, and you already know maybe if there's a spike, sell from expected high. If there's a downswing, my software predicts for 10 markets every day for the last 10 years. And of course, these are not buy and sell areas, not financial advice, just educational. So, and he already wrote, sorry, no areas for July 9th evening. So he already gave some explanation, our tech team, that we are not going to post some areas on July 9th. Now, these are the areas. Of course, market do anything, anytime. These are not buy and sell offers. You are responsible. We're not. You choose to use these areas. It's up to you. We just have created a tool that helps you analyze the market. So along with the areas, live stream, YouTube stream, Zoom and everything, it's all part of your super area subscription that we charge. You can come into our office Monday to Friday and you can sit on the trading floor, listen to live commentary in person, and then all along the way you can use our software to do the analysis. Anyway, so tomorrow, Wednesday, so what I was coming to is you have on Thursday 11th, 8:45. Until then, please don't trade on a PA. EA is okay, but PA, let's not trade. So cannot trade the news, period. Number 5, let me write one thing is no expiry. No expiry means you don't have a monthly fee, so you don't have to get a stress when the 10 days are. So be consistent in 10 days and you can get, let me write the next payouts happening 1st to 5th and then 15th to 20th. So these are the dates where they will get you eligible for payout. Payout, we'll worry about it when we get to that level. I'll try to make a video on that payout thing. And these are the goals. And one more thing they will add is no DCA. That is a very, very important rule, which is called the dollar cost average. So please don't do that. And so I'll explain you shortly what not to do, and don't do a dollar cost average. And I always recommend put in your SL recommended. Not, you can do visually, you can do mentally, you can do, but put in your SL and TP, so you know what. So with the TP, your threshold won't be affected. With an SL, you will comply with and all of our ATMs that we use here. These strategies, they do comply with. So we do put in, let's say 28 ticks stop loss and 120 ticks profit, and then we trail automatically behind in this. So that's how our strategies are built in. What else? Let's go back to this. So put in your SL and TP recommended, but not. You can do it mentally, physically by clicking on the actual TP, and that's about it. And $1,500, I would normally write what my goal would be. Trade micros. Micros are better because your account balance is only $1,500, and the goal is that you have to make $1,600. So let's do another analysis like we did for our evaluation goals. So let's start with July the 10th. Let me copy this calendar into a PA, and let's write down these dates, how we plan to trade. So July the 10th, tomorrow is going to come, and let's say I don't trade at all. I only trade there is no limit. They're just going to count days, basically not consecutive. Any days you can trade. So as long as you trade 10 days. So let's say from July 10th to August 7th. These are only, what is the sum here? Yeah, you are 9 days. So you can do this in 40 days. You can do this in 50 days. This rule here, you can do this in 100 days. Doesn't matter. So if you were to make $50 a day, $50 a day target, if you that's what your target is, maximum in a micro, MNQ, MES, MGC, MCL. You can do MNG, you can do M2K, and I believe MYM, micro gold, micro Nasdaq, micro S&P, micro gold, micro crude oil, micro natural gas, micro Russell, R2K is that RTY. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. Russell 2000 and the Dow Jones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 markets that you can trade in micro. They have different tick values. But if you take, let's say, like I showed in the video previous that I trade micro Nasdaq, and I take the areas based on certain things. So micro, even if the whole market moves, what is the micro value? So MNQ value per tick per point is $2, right? So let's do $2, and how much money would you need to? How much market has to move in order to lose $1,500? So market in one day, if it moves 750 points, then you would basically lose your whole account. And market, I know Nasdaq does move, but how much? $50 a day to make. If you wanted to make max loss, max loss of account, if 750 points market moved against you and you were in one micro lot, one QTY, it would have to move $750. But if you did a full lot, so NQ, for example, is $20, right? And with one QTY, so one quantity. And so if you only have $1,500 and you lost $20 per point, if market only moved 75 points, your whole account is gone. So you max loss of an account if the Nasdaq moves 75 points, and which is nothing in a Nasdaq. So what is our target? Our target is $50 a day. $50, $30, $20, 100. And let me add one more rule. Let me add, because I just remember one more rule they have, and it's called the 30% consistency rule. Of payout amount. Okay, what does this mean? So recommended, this is again recommended. You don't have to. If you're confident that you can take a $1,500 account and trade minis with it, go for it. It's completely up to you. I don't recommend it. Account size is too small to trade minis. So my recommendation is to do for a 1,600 gold, steer with maybe 2 micros, 3. If you take 2 quantity, and that would take 300, and so divide that by 2. So that way you kind of understand that if the market moves 375 points, you still can, you don't lose your account. So you can start with 2 micros, MNQ, 2 MES, 2 gold, and pick your $50 max a day. So these are my recommendation, guys, based on my payouts, my years of experience of trading futures. Is like just aim for $50 to $100 a day maximum, max. Right, so that's my recommendation, because that would mean that you are ready for a payout. And so let me explain trade number, the rule number 10. So let me add some rows at the bottom. What does this mean? That you will have to do 30% consistency rule. So which means that let's look at your payout. So how your payouts are done. Payouts are done that once you are ready, and if you go back on your Apex website, you have a PA chart, and it will explain you that what is your profit and loss, how many number of days you have done, what is your balance. So this balance has to get to 26,500. So 26,000. So turn basically 25,000 into 26,600, and you will get a payout. Of course, you have to do your payout method at that time, and I'll explain you how that works. So right here, you have something called a payout method. So for Canadians, if you click on that and scroll down at the bottom, it says change payout method right here. And if I click on it, it's going to ask you to log in again. So super areas rafe@gmail.com. Let's log in. So I go click on this again, payout method. So right away, I know it takes you back. It's a bit of a loop, but just click on payout method again, and it should take you to this page. And here it says, you know what, payout method, are you a U.S. citizen? No, I'm not. My passport number, I will put in my passport number, GH, this is my passport number. What is the direct? So I will pick international, right? International. My first name is Super Rafe, and my email that where they're gonna send me a payout payment link. So superareasrafe@gmail.com. So I've now filled out. If you were, of course, in US, you would hit yes for US, and then you would do local because it allows you to do direct deposit within US. For anybody outside of US, you have to hit no, put in your government ID like a driver license or a passport number. Of course, your name must match whatever is it. If you have any issues, they will not issue a payout. It'll just get delayed. So make sure you fill out the forms properly, and you do the things right, and your address must match, and they're going to do a KYC and to make sure an AML to make sure that the funds are going to the right person, and they will do an IP check. So they have their own set of rules set in place to make sure you are not scamming them, and make sure the right person is trading, and to make sure that you are the person who's trading. So they have a lot of checks and balances in the background, and you just don't think that, hey, I'm just going to give my account to somebody else, they're going to trade for me, and then I'll get a payout. No. They within the last few weeks, they have put in a lot of measures, and videos are online, and a lot of people, if they were in the past were trading somebody else's account, that is no longer possible. I never recommend to give your Apex username password to anybody, because they can really blow your account, or they can your private, and Apex can permanently ban you. And that's what you have agreed when you sign their contract to be a trader, because they're hiring you as a contractor, as a trader, to make sure, because they want to take advantage of your trading skill, right? To make sure that, how do they make money? Of course, they sell you this evaluation exam. They let you do that. But eventually the idea is they're looking for traders so they can copy your trades within their system, and they make money on your analysis, right? So that's how they're able to give you this exam. So just make sure you are a real trader and you're ready to basically take on this challenge and make trading your full-time career. And of course, we are here to help you get through this course in terms of journey, and make trading professional. And a lot of people say, do you sell software or do you sell a course? And I say, we are a software company. We're not a selling you course company. Of course, we teach you how to use the software and some fundamentals, but we're not an investment firm. I'm not going to take your TradeAway account, Apex account, and trade it and put my company at risk, or any of the other agreements that we deal with many different funded companies. So don't ever ask me that, hey, send me a signal, nothing like that. We give you the tools, you analyze, and then you decide on how to use this tool for your advantage of funded companies, FTMO, Apex, Bullnox, GFF, AMP, however. So we have created a tool that helps you analyze the market. If you use the tool and tool is wrong, of course you can lose money. So you have to agree with all of our terms and conditions when you're using. And trading itself is hard, but we have made a tool that makes the trading much easier in terms of visualization, and easy to see and easy to click. And we teach you how to operate this piece of software. And I'll always say in my presentation that just like Tesla really didn't make a car, Elon just took an old concept of 100-year-old and then added some functionality to it. Same thing with trading. We didn't invent trading. We didn't write any trading concept. This is all just pure math. We take the data that comes from exchange, and then we have our own calculations based on our own analysis of last 15, 12 years. And thousands of traders have put together this analysis. Okay, what is a value area, Bollinger Bands, over what moving averages, relative strength index, trend bands, magic bands, large triggers, small triggers, trend, and then overbought, oversold, diversions. So many things are available for you at your disposal. And again, coming back to it, that we're not going to take your Apex account and do an unlawful activity, so don't even bother with that. So here I've saved my payout method, and I know I apologize when I kind of start my run-on sentence and I kind of go into a different direction to explain. But now it will say, all right, your payout method has saved. Now my payout method is saved, and payout request. So this, of course, form, there's nothing available because today is only July the 9th. So 15th to 20th, you will see a different form here, that if you're eligible, you will have an account. It will say that because today I just bought a performance account, just activated it. So there's obviously nothing. There's no I haven't done anything to earn a payout. What are my goals? Let's go over the goals one more time. I have 11 goals that I've written out, max profit. And you can set up a goal that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to lose more than $250 a day max loss, right? So if I've lost 25-30% of my portfolio, $250, some people like more, some people like less. 250 to me is reasonable, because $250 it's about 16% of your portfolio, right? Approximately 17%. Some people say use 30% rule, or use 20%, or 25%. 15 to 16% is relatively good enough loss. If you lost $250 in a day, you're still in like maximum 3 to 4 days away, and you can recover this. So in one day, if you lost $250, but I highly doubt it, because you're doing micros, right? So because you're doing micros, how will you do this? This is incredibly difficult, especially even if you do two quantities of MNQ, which is $4 per, and in order for you to lose $250, you gotta have the market move 62 points, and highly doubt it. But if you take good trades, maybe 4 good trades or 5 good trades of maybe with 2 lots, you can do like $4 for 2 quantities, or you can go maybe 3 MNQs, $6 per trade, and then you can make your $50 relatively easy within from 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. There are many opportunities that come along the areas. You have overbought, oversold, you have diversion. You've seen me trade in the previous video that making $10 to $15 here and there is relatively easy based on the analysis of the tool that we give you, right? So right now, for example, market is 705. And then you can enter or exit, and making $10 to $15 per trade on smaller MNQ is easy. If you're very confident, I have very many students who within a month or so, they understand how to do areas properly. And then if you got 2 points here, 2 points is $100. If the market fell, like for example, today R1, some people shorted at 45, and then to pip, it moved based on our analysis, and then it went down. So these are all different levels that you can use. Again, I'm not responsible if these levels work or not, but they have a very high probability and prediction value on these numbers. Then you have, of course, you can use any number of methods, and on our chart, on our website, if you look, we have different methods that you can use to actually trade. So you can make a journal that, hey, did I do an area trade? I did a mid-band trade. Did I do a night session, black candle reversal? I did low or high of the bar. I did green, blue, yellow, red boxes, overbought, oversold, diversion, gap, rejection, many with our tool right here that we have spent years and years perfecting it and making it. And I know people use all sorts of indicators and tools out there. Give us a try. Try for 14 days, see how you like it. And if you like it, the only subscription of this is $2.99 a month. US and $2.99 plus HST if you're in Canada. But test it out for a couple of weeks for absolutely free. You can unlock the full thing, and based on this, making $50 to $100 is easy. And what do you get along with I can do a bit of promotion with my paid membership here. You do get a trading journal, all the videos, you get the full complete software. Of course, you get the live Zoom every day. Floor that you are able to listen to my commentary live, and I do ES and Nasdaq. You get a Zoom link. Of course, superareas.net have a chat. So we have a private chat because we don't want to have users exposing name, WhatsApp. So we have our own server built in. It's called superareas.net, and it's a very private chat. Nobody can do a direct message. Nobody can look up your name, email, private. So nobody can spam you in this, and it's a very, very private network. So once you're registered on superareas.com, we will let you come into our private chat software as well. Then you can come and chat with amongst other users and only your name is exposed, and you can be anonymous on this right here. On superareas.net. Of course, you get help with the funded account, whether it's GFF or FTMO or Apex or Bullnox, or doesn't matter. Legends trading is good for GFF as well. 23 hours a day, you have the support 5 days a week. We are going to try to get to 24 hours, 7 days a week soon. Of course, you get alias, which are called levels, reversals, retraces, and all. For 10 markets, and I'll do a live Google Sheet that I explained earlier that you are able to see my Nasdaq analysis that happens every day that I write down on Google Sheet that I get shared with you if you have a Gmail address that. And I do try to do week at a time. So, for example, today since I'm trading live and you're not seeing my trades live, so you're still doing it. You're just hearing my commentary live and watching the charts on your own system, doing your own trades. We don't have a group trade things like that. You can just like any Discord group, Telegram group, or anything like that. Nothing is automated. Nothing is just set and forget. You still gotta put in the trade. You still gotta put in an ATM. You still gotta take over the trade. So it is the strategies that we use, and our software predicts certain things. So in this case, today the resistance level 1 got set. Then you have a support levels 2 got set. The market went as low as 1650, 615, as high as 771, and Nasdaq is all-time high since the inception of Nasdaq. Of course, ES. So we kind of teach you these tips and tricks on how to maneuver and run and do this within the market. For example, what is a value area? What is the relative strength index? How the MACDs works? How the Bollinger Band zero lines? So of course, you learn the software as you go, and we teach you how to trade and use this Ninja Trader platform, which is wonderful. How to do a chart trading, how to put a stop loss, and all of that is included. And we are now working on putting a bridge together that will work from Ninja to MetaTrader, so you can do FTMO or another CFDs along the same way. We do futures market, of course, because futures is ahead of everything else. So you can use the same numbers to do, if you're doing cash CFDs or cash indices, you can basically use it same. So if you are using MT4, MT5, whatever the extreme high gets to, or expected high or expected low, you can just trade on Ninja, and it'll automatically put a trade on MT4 or MT5 for you. So if you have a CFD account, for example, with FTMO, when you click short here, it will automatically short at the CFD price. It will calculate the spread it's on. It's pretty dynamic and a cool product that we are working together with our partners, that is allowing you to bridge from Nasdaq, bridge from 9 out of 10 of our instruments work. Only thing, I think some CFDs doesn't have natural gas, so it depends on your broker. But mostly Russell Dow, for example, here it's called Nasdaq NQ MNQ, and on CFDs it's written as NAS 100 or maybe N 100 or US 100 index technology stock, right? So over there, and then they don't have MNQ, NQ, things like that, but they can break down the CFDs in a decimal ratio. So for example, if you want to do NQ versus MNQ, if you want to put it that way, you will just break down at 0.10 lot. So they work in a different volume based trading methods on MetaTrader and CFD. So futures is ahead. So those that are doing gold trading, for example, you can watch if the gold got to expected high, expected low. You can put a trade in here and it will do it on CFD. I think it's an $8 difference as of today. I may be wrong. But Nasdaq is roughly well over $250 and $260 spread difference. But we don't care about that price. We only care about the direction. So wherever futures go, CFD will follow. Wherever Nasdaq will go these days, S&P will follow. So Nasdaq has been leading the industry for like record high 25% so far within just 6-8 months returns. And like all-time high, like Nasdaq has just gone bonkers and just keeps going high, which is okay. We go with the trend. If our trend is up, we buy. If the trend is down, we sell. And these are support and resistance levels that we teach you along with our system. Now let's go back to our EAs and PAs. So let me rename this a PA Go. So what did I write? Where did I write? Okay, this is a PA sheet. So PA, and you can write this as a NEM. But there you go. So $50 a day is the goal. Maximum loss if you've taken in a day, $250, quit, and then quit. This is not a rule, but it's just a goal. The rules are different. So I'm going to highlight, then quit for the day. So 60 for the day. So what is an actual rule? So rule is, this is a rule. So of course you have to follow the rule. Make $1,600 if you want to get a payout, and do this in 10 days. So that's an actual rule. Don't trade the news. That's an actual rule. What else? No expiry, that's not a rule, that's just something you should know. Payouts, of course, that's a rule that only happen 15th, 1 to 5th, or your 15th to 20th. That is a rule. No dollar cost average. So that is an actual rule. So I'll highlight it in this color. And the consistency rule is there. So don't do to 30% rule. So these are 12 goals. You should work on it and work on trading micros. $50 to $100 a day you can do from areas and different methods that you can use. Now let's look at how the payouts are done. So of course payouts are done from 1st to 5th of the month, and they may change anytime. It depends, or 15th to 20th. So you can technically get 2 payouts every month. So if you're trading with consistency, in 1 month you can, because there are technically 10 days times 2, 20 days in a month, in any trading month. So you can get 2 payouts a month if you are a very, very consistent trader. New students, I just tell them, you know what, aim for, because it has no expiry, aim for let's say every 20, 40. So how about for 20 days? 20 days payout. So 1 payout a month. Let's make it easier. So 1 payout a month. I know they allow you, some users, students here, that they do every 2 months they do 1 payout, which is fine too. So you're making $2,000 or $3,000 every 2 months and then only requesting 1 payout. So aim for, like, don't be greedy. So don't think that you are so good right off the bat and you're able to get multiple payouts a month. Just aim for it. So aim for one payout a month, not or less. Like you can do every 2 months or every 45 days, a month and a half to do. So these are your goals and how payouts are done. Let me add some more rows so you and I'll share this spreadsheet with everybody at the end of the tutorial that to show you how that. So how are your payouts? So trade for 10 days, any 10 days doesn't have to be consecutive. So be consistent 10 days, non-consecutive. So they're not linked together day by day. So you can do Monday, then Wednesday, then you can do a Wednesday, then you can do third week, you can do 3 trades, another week you can do 2 trades. It's up to you. You don't have to be a consecutive 10 days of trading. There's no expiry, there's no next month coming, so there's no, and your balance is just the actual balance. Now, what is 30% payout rule? So let's take some scenarios. And scenario number 1. So number 1 is you made an average of $100 a day on 20 days and you made $2,000. So you traded for 20 days per day average and then you traded for 20 days. So you made $2,000. Scenario number 2, you traded for 50 days and you $50 a day and you traded for 20 days. Not qualified. So will not qualified. So right off the bat, you need to trade more than 20 days if your aim is $50 a day. Scenario number 3, you're still doing $50 a day and you trade for 40 days. So for 40 days, of course, you will get $2,000, which is good. What is, let's say another scenario, you are an aggressive trader. You are trading. There is a rule I'm going to write here. Maximum profit, max profit, do not exceed under any circumstances $450 per day in this account. If you have a $25,000 account, I'm only talking about $25,000. I'm not doing $50,000, $100,000 too. The rule is the same, it's just the numbers change, and I'll try to do an Excel like this for all the accounts. So 30% payout I'm explaining. So 450 maximum, and you traded for, let's say, 10 days, for example, and then you are able to make $4,500 in your performance account. And then you are able to, let's pick another day, pick another number. So another scenario is you made $200 a day for 10 days, whatever the number of days are, because right after 1600 you are qualified to get a payout. Another one, let's do $250 a day and you traded for 10 days and then you will get qualification to get a paid. So payout qualification, yes, of course, I will write yes, yeah, no, because not enough. So of course, not qualified because you're less than 1600. So your goal is to must be more than or equal to 1600, more than or equal to $1,600 in your PA account. Let's come to worst case scenario. If you lost, worst case is max loss of $1,500 threshold. You would lose account. Will lose the account, and you lost 150 with the loss. You will lose the $150 activation fee. 17 number. I'm going to add this. Your threshold issues. I should write it this way. Live trailing threshold issues finish at $1,600. So the moment you get to $1,600, you don't have this headache of live trailing threshold meaning if you saw $100 profit, you closed at 50, your threshold will start to increase. And so you can write that the threshold actually starts to increase. Okay, so 30% payout. I'm just doing an analysis here. Let's move these over here so you're able to see it much more clearly. Let's move this here. Okay. So let's another scenario. What is your average? I want to do 300 a day. Let's do 10 days so you actually get qualified. Only time you won't qualify if your deal is less than 1600. So you have to be $1,600 or higher to get a payout, and these days have to be 10 or 10 plus days. And this, if you make $100 a day for 20 days, you really need to make it for 16 days and you still get qualified, right? So let's do a scenario where you make scenario number 8, you make $350 a day. I'm just doing an average. I don't have to do a dollar by dollar everything, just the random numbers that you are there. Now 25,000 account has a max payout of $1,500. So let's write this down. And number 18 for information is max payout is $1,500. Minimum payout is $500. All right. So your minimum payout is 500. Now people get confused here. They're like, all right, I'm going. So if you were to take a payout of 500. Now let's do full all the way up to, so I know I'll just increments of $50, so 550. So this plus $50. So let's say you want to take 550 out. Let's do all the way with $50 increment. You can do $10 increment, doesn't matter. You can do decimal increments. I don't care. So let's do a maximum of $1,500 increment. So that's your payout of that you want to request $500 from this particular account, 30% rule. So you take this and you do a 30% rule. So let me just make the font a little bit easier for you guys to see. So let's do this right here. So I'm going, so much easier for you to see how the payouts work. So if payout of 500, then need max per day profit. So let me just make this font much easier to see every day. So if you were to take a payout of, so you managed to get to $2,000, and let's do a worst case scenario. Let me add one more scenario of, let me add a insert. Okay, so let's do another scenario. What perfect would be, let's say if you did $1,600 in 10 days, so $100 a day, and you traded for 16 days, your account would be qualified to do, or you can do another scenario, $50, doesn't matter. The moment you get to $1,600, right? Another thing to add, if you take out from your account, from your PA payout, $1,500 you're allowed to take maximum, then, and your account balance would become technically $100. So your threshold is finished, your account is technically finished. So if you take the maximum payout, then you will have the remaining balance available. Now let's say I have $1,600 I have in my PA, and I want to make it, I want to take out $500 out of it. So of course, let's do I'll do a $1,600 scenario. In this case, within Excel, let's do this 1,600. Of course, if I take out this, I'm left with so 1600 minus 500, I would have $1,100 in my account. And let's do. So this is how it would say account balance. So if my account balance is my PA account balance at the payout, and I've met all my conditions. So this is, I'm explaining the 30% rule, guys. So I managed to make $1,600 and I've done it in 10 days or more. I have not traded the news and my payouts are ready. My fifth and first is ready. And I've not done a dollar cost average, and I've done everything the way I'm supposed to do, being a consistent trader, right? Which is what they're looking for. All right, so what is my net balance would be? So my my balance in my account is 1,500, and I decide to take so available. So if my balance is $1,600, I decided to take $500 payout. My max per day is 150. So you have to make sure that your max per day is your max, you don't make more than 150 a day. So then if you take out $1,600, you will have $1,100 available. And then of course your threshold still will, so your threshold is only, threshold headache is finished when you are $1,600 or over. So you still need to, your live threshold kicks in still right here. So if you have a balance, let's do a balance of, let's say your balance was $1,600 and you took out $1,500, you would have $100 left, which is practically a dead account. There's nothing left in the account and you could lose that account. And if you lost this $100, your PA is gone. So take out the amount you think that you can sustain and you are able to. So you made $1,600, you took out 500, you're left with 1,100, and then you can build it again, work another 10 days, make another $1,600 and slowly withdraw it and then keep rotating and then $500 PA every payout. You decided to take 550, make sure, which is a 30% rule, so make sure that you don't make more than $165 a day. So 30% of the payout is the consistency rule. And that's what they may have slightly different arrangements with you in their fine agreements, but this rule I have not seen anybody fail. So stick within these values and trade within it, and you won't have any issues whatsoever. What they don't want to see is spikes and then you have to trade 10 full days with consistency. So like, don't be trading one day micros and then next day's minis and then next day. So be consistent, and then you can lose money. That's fine. Every trader loses money. I've had bad trades, bad days, no problem. But the idea is that you don't want to make 700 in one day and then $20 in the next day. So they have a flipping rule of make sure 8 days are at least consistent. 2 days can be micros, no problem, but 8 days are fully consistent. So that's the goal. So that is an actual rule as well, that you will live trailing finishes at $1,600, and of course that is a rule as well, that your max payout is this, and if you so this is a rule as well, that you will whatever amount that you take out, then whatever is left over is your available balance. So if you took out $500, you plan to take 500, make sure you haven't made $150 in more than that. So some people aim for higher number. Then you would have to take a higher payout, which is okay. So then make sure a single day you haven't made more than $450 a day. Some people, they make $600 and then they have to lose the $150 to go within that threshold of 30%. So, but if you have $1,600, you took out 1500, your account has gone to 100, and then that's all what is left. Let's assume that you have made $1,800. I'm just giving an example. So let's all do it this way. So if you have made $1,800 and you took out $1,500, your threshold is this. If you have made $1,900 in that period, or so you got this much available. So just make sure this is constant. So if you want to take out on a $25,000 account, your payout of 500, don't make more than 150. If you want to take out 1500, don't make more than 450. Simple as that. If you have your account balance, let's say $2,000, then of course these are the rules. So if you have made 2,000, you decide to take $1,500 out, you are $500 left. If you decide to take only $500 out, you have $1,500 out. It makes 2,100. And then you have your threshold is not, this is the ideal optimal number. Make $2,100, take $500 out, leave $1,600, and then go on. And the next round of payout, you have to do the same. You have to, after a payout, you have to make again $1,600 and then build your 10 days of trading period, right? So that doesn't change payout to payout. So everything is done in round 2, round 3, round 4, same. But your trailing threshold stops at $1,600. What else? Let's say if you have managed to make, let's do a bold here. So if you have managed to make, and guys, if I'm wrong and these conditions change, I'm just based on my best case scenario, I'm writing these numbers. You make $2,500 in those whatever days, 10 plus days, 10 to unlimited. You take 500 out, you got 2,000 available. So as you make higher, take out higher number, right? So as long as, let's say you made $4,000 or $5,000 in number of days. And so if you made 5,000, make sure this is what your rules are. So stick to no more than $450 a day. If you made $5,000, you decide, then take out more money. Then you take out $1,500 and then leave $3,500 as your threshold, as your account balance. Trade maybe, then you start to maybe increase your lots. So as you go in higher numbers, maybe after 1,500, you start to do maybe 4 lots, 5 lots or micro. At the beginning, you start doing smaller, and as the account value grows, you start to do full minis, maybe one micro, maybe 6 micros, and until you get to 7,000. My recommendation is when you start getting into $7,000-8,000 figure, then start to do a full lot of a mini, because then you have enough available budget. Because if this was your own money in any paid broker, stick with a smaller micro instrument until your account has grown to at least $7,000. Then you can start doing. And of course, if you're comfortable, even $1,500, you're comfortable that you can make good entries, you can go mini from day one. But for the new and beginners, once you get into a PA, start doing micros. So in case market, you forget to read the news, or market is volatile, or you forget one of these rules, until your brain is trained, because literally trading is just, it's like boxing, and your brain and mind and eyes and mind, everything is just reacting together, and it just becomes second habit and second nature. And of course, coming back to trading, one thing is, guys, just no greed and discipline. And I wrote in one of these sheets, right? So trading at super areas, we tell you to control your greed, work on your discipline, and be consistent. So this is the video, guys, that I wanted to share with you, that kind of gives you a full overview. And if I miss anything, I will try to add this, append it in the next video, maybe do a short clip. But at super areas, we teach you how to trade futures using our custom software and custom, a very unique way of teaching. And the next videos I will do about how to do a trade copier, how to download a trade copier, how to install a trade copier, how to link multiple accounts, how to do multiple PAs together. So wherever you're clicking one, the copier option is now. If you have, because they allow 20 PAs, and I have students who have 20 PAs, and if each account, each PA, you just add even $50 a day, you end up making well over $1,000 a day. And then imagine the payout. It's just an exponential thing, and it's just a numbers game. If you have 20 PA and every maybe 40 days, let's say you manage to make, let's say, $100 a day. I will not even do $100. $100, $50 a day for 40 days, and is 50 times 40 is 2,000. So that's $2,000 in every account, and you decide to withdraw 1,000, and you have 20 PAs. So you see how Excel is good. So per day profit per day, and then number of days, and then number of days, and then you have total balance, payout, and then you have number of accounts, max PAs. So every 40 days you're able to really take out $20,000. That's 10,000 US dollars per month, guys. And so you can turn trading into a full-time career in no time. We have an estimation that within 90 days you should start to get a payout, and then make that habit and get out of and you can do this part-time, Monday to Friday, maybe 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 11 a.m. But the goal is to, coming back to this, trading is easy with our software, with our analysis, with our commentary, with our areas. Even though we're not responsible for anything, any of your actions. If you choose to use our software and you lose money, we're not responsible. If you make money, congratulations. But if you, along with the tools, that if you didn't have this tool, trading itself, to explain, ask a trader how the diversion works, and a newbie just will take a couple of months or 3 months to understand a diversion, how the trend bands work, how the higher highs, lower lows are done, how the areas work, support and resistance within value area, relative strength index. So we have done the hard work for you to give you all the analysis tools, right? And make it with Ninja easier, Bollinger Band. Then you have the moving averages, value areas, trend, like Renko bar candles, mid band, price line, magic bands, large, small triggers, and so on. And I keep going on and on about this, but idea is, even with the greatest software in the world, it comes down to greed, control, discipline, and consistency. If you don't have that, this industry, you're just going to end up saying, hey, trading is not for everybody, and anybody who goes into trading, they think it's a gambling, but not blaming themselves or not being greed control. I've had students who have made $700. See right here, live example. Let's go to my Trade-O-Wait right here. So where's my Trade-O-Wait? It's open. I made almost $978, and I'm like, all right, it is a one-day passing. And as you see in my last video, around 3 p.m., 4 p.m., I was struggling to see if I could pass it, right? If you set a goal, if you set a consistency goal in greed control, and with if this software just will complement these habits. So if you're consistent, if you're patient, if you're persistent, like, good things will come to you. And then you're welcome to try our software for 14 days absolutely free. We're not selling you a course, giving you a tool that helps you analyze the market. And in the last video actually broke down step by step on, if you were to take our course for even software lease for 3 months, what it would cost you after end of 3 months, and first payout of $1,500 will cover all of this. And now have gotten a skill that you just want to subscribe to, maybe our areas, maybe our software, maybe our ATM strategies, right? So sky is just the beginning, guys, and anybody can learn trading, and we have made with our software much easier. You just have to pay attention, come to trading floor every day, listen to the commentary, kind of understand. And if you got to know Nasdaq, fastest way to do it, and much easier. You understand how the market moves. This nothing is gambling. It's all driven by U.S. economics and worldly maybe politics, and whether you want to trade any of these markets, we have the areas for you, meaning support and resistance levels. You can call them areas, reversal, pullbacks, retraces, however you want to call it, right? So, but these are my own numbers that we make every day available to you for every trading day. So, and just go and check out the website, sign up for a free trial and test it out and give us your feedback. And thank you very much, and hopefully I haven't missed anything in this PA. So just kind of summarizing it, your goal today of my PA is, hey, I gotta make $1,600. I don't have an expiry. I have to be consistent for 10 days, not consecutive 10 days. I cannot trade the news. When I'm ready for payout, I want to make sure I don't do a dollar cost average. I like to put in my SL and TPs every time. I will trade micros at the beginning until my balance is big. I will do my consistency payout amount right here, which I've written. And then you can do your own calculation. If you're doing a 50,000, 100,000, just plug in the numbers and you will have the results, right? And and I'll try to do this on super areas where it's dynamic. You just plug in your average and then we'll tell you how your account balance will work. Maximum loss, may aim for one payout a month rather than two. And if you lost maximum 1,500 of threshold, this is only for beginning, not for end. If you have more if you are more available threshold, then you don't have to worry. And then your max payout, your min payout, and that's it. And a couple of Excel sheets. Let me try to share this for those who want to watch it on the web. So these are general cost benefit analysis. So cost versus benefit. What else? This is like an EA goal, and EA goal. And you have the PA goal. Let me change that. Everybody should have an Excel like this in order to do a ledger, and that will help you much. And let me change this font to 15. And so this is actual superareas.com, and that's about it, right? So EA goal. I'll post my code here on the main site as well. Code for Apex trading. Code for Apex Trader funding, and there you go. So it kind of explains you everything. Let's save this and let's share it, publish to the web, and anybody can watch it. And right here, let's share, publish to the web. Of course, it is being published, and this is the link, and we should have a link for this. Yep, all the sheets are there. Yeah, EA goals, PA goals, and cost versus benefit. And let's do tiny URL, and let's make that. Yep, that is already there. So I will post on tiny URL. So you guys can, let me do a notepad, and let me make that a little bigger if you want to see. Few things to watch for. So super areas, July 7th. I think made it a little bit too bigger. Of course, website is superareas.com. Code is JSKDCPDR to get the discount. What else? And that's about. Apex code is this, and if you have any questions, you can come to our seminar. You can come to our office. We're located in Toronto, Mississauga, and the website is superareas.com. Give me a second. And the address for our office is 1575 Trinity Drive, near the intersection of 401 and Dixie Matheson area, near there. Dixie and 401 to be exact. And Monday to Friday, we're open from 9 to 3, 9 to 5, depending on how the volume is. And most Saturdays, 12 to 5. And we will resume our presentations of sales and marketing on Saturday, the July 25th. All the official links are there, and I would like to add it one more thing, that please only follow and subscribe to official. We have email, we have Telegram, TikTok. Get the links here. Don't go to any place else, because of course, excuse me, if you go to TikTok and you search for limitless other, there are we don't follow anybody. This is our official only one account, because if you search for limitless wealth enterprise, as I explained last time, you will have tons of fakes and they will try to scam. We will never ask for crypto. We never ask for any money for anything like that. We just lease you our software for subscription based, and that's about it. What else? The channels, official channel for our official channel for YouTube is that where these videos will go. Is we have a WhatsApp chat, YouTube channel, Instagram, and YouTube. These videos get posted right here. So 3 hours ago I posted this, and now I will post the next video, and you're able to watch this, of course, under live. All of our previous presentations, well up to 5 hours each that we speak, and same content is covered, guys. Every Saturday, and then we do this in Q&A format, and we have done this in UAE and across multiple locations, and there you go. And we don't offer any trading advice. Our platform is designed for informational, educational, and you agree that these predictions are not buy and sell, and basically you're responsible for your own actions, and always put in your stop loss. Always know your realities of the ground and market. Our software doesn't do anything except analyze live market and give its prediction, which is just for educational purposes on how to read and understand the areas. If you like our channel, please subscribe. We will be posting a lot more content like this, like live trading, and you'll be able to see how trading is done, how to move a stop loss, how to enter, how to exit, how trader weight works, rhythmic works, and try to bring you all the tools for your knowledge, right? Try to give you, so it's worthwhile for you, for your subscription, to be associated with us and a company that gives you like exceptional amount of service, and we'll make sure that because your success is our earning at the end of the day. And if you're not successful, it means we have failed in our teaching, and I want to make sure that all of you kind of learn and get something out of it, whether you choose to trade with super areas or not, but at least get something useful information out of it, and just subscribe to us on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. So that's how we communicate with our students worldwide. Thank you very much, and have a great day. And next video I will actually cover how to do a trade copier, as well as how to do ATMs, because a big request has been how do I use your ATMs, that is included with additional costs, like how to use a Max Prime, how to use a mid-band ATM, how to use Automax, how that all works. You're able to kind of use it, like what kind of ATMs work best with what markets that we have put together, and just go from there. And there you go, guys. Thank you very much, and once again, have a lovely evening. 10:35 Eastern, and this is going to be probably an hour plus long video, and I hope I haven't missed anything. I know, because it would really suck to see if I've missed an important point and then find out that, hey, I missed an important PA thing. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, you can email us, send us requests, and I'll try to answer that on how the copier works, and that would be in the next video. Take care, guys. Thank you very much. Let's log out.